Hey everybody.
Alright.
Hi.
Morgan's awake now.
Everyone's...
No, did you really say to everyone?
You fell asleep halfway through and you were on top of me, so I was like, okay, John, you just play the rest. Morgan's asleep.
Oh yeah, Tim couldn't move his arm, so I had to play.
I had enough coffee today, so it's okay. I hope.
Yep.
Alright, so for me, they can't see what we're doing, but we're playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
I'm playing Dragon Ball
Tim's
Xenoverse.
gonna play... Well, we're gonna switch off.
Anyway.
And we're just gonna talk about shit, because that's what you do.
Today was shit.
Yeah, today, okay, so here's... so on my channel, we've been, Anyway, this is just part of the Let's Play. You guys on my channel will be like, okay, this is just the next episode. But on John's channel, John's filming, like, the podcast end because, like I was saying on, like, episode 1, I want to turn this Let's Play into a podcast when we finish the story, and we're going to be doing all of the parallel quests like that. And in this episode, we're going to start doing them because fucking Majin Buu
We're
is
very
ridiculous.
under-leveled, and we're getting stuck.
Yeah.
In the back of mine, there's probably gonna be, like Hearthstone, I think. I'm just gonna play a shitload of Hearthstone for however long this ends up being.
Yeah.
I don't have a YouTube channel.
and then Morgan's just here because Morgan is in the game and in real life. So.
Yeah.
I'm IRL, guys.
Yep, look at her.
Promise.
That's what she looks like in real life.
No.
This is her right here. This is her. This
she
is her.
wears,
me right now.
This
I'm
is her
sitting
real
around
face.
in panties and a cape.
Yep.
She wears panties and a cape. That's it.
And boots.
And
boots.
And boots. Yep. So we're just gonna. We should do online parallel quests, but I haven't downloaded that DLC yet, so we're not gonna do that. The podcast episodes. I'm sorry, I can't talk. I was dealing with a dick. The podcast episodes are going to be an hour long, around maybe a little bit longer, depending on conversation and how things are going. But basically, we're just gonna be talking about whatever we feel like. Mainly on
Your
my
boss.
end, well, mainly today, my new fucking boss, who's a dick. But
so are these all the characters you can play as?
These
normally?
are the ones that we've unlocked so far. So we have.
Let's just play as
Or
Morgan.
please.
Yeah, we're just gonna be Morgan because she needs the fucking levels.
So
Them thighs.
we should focus on not talking about the game because it's gonna be really confusing to some people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna mention it here and there because on my channel, people are actually gonna be paying attention to it.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
So, it's kind of the thing. You know?
So, you want to talk about Flash Step?
Don't you fucking get me started on Bleach right now. I'm not in the mood
let's
to talk
your
about
new
Bleach.
boss. Let's talk about your new boss. John and I have not heard this story yet.
Okay.
We've just heard about this bald, short, angry man.
Okay, so for those who don't know, probably all of you know by now because I probably bitch about it a lot on my channel. I work as a cashier at
A grocery store.
a great place called fucking Hannaford's, and it's an excellent place if you like slavery.
If you enjoy slavery.
You're into that kind of thing.
Yeah, I work way too much, and like for instance, this weekend alone, I've worked 16 hours, and like 9 hours yesterday from 2 to 11. And 6 hours today, or 7 hours maybe, from 10:45 to 5:45 at night, and now we just got together at 6:39 currently.
On a school night.
Yeah, because
Ooh.
we're fucking hardcore.
Cool.
We're hardcore MLG podcasters right now. So like I was saying, so normally working isn't bad, but my bosses were always kind of dicks and didn't really know how to do things and would constantly make me do all of the work because they're stupid and nobody knows how to do things at Hannaford's. So that's usual for me, you know. I'm used to being told what to do, and
Well, I mean, you sort of walked into that and literally asked for it when you asked for a job.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I'm used to doing all of the shit jobs.
But their
and-
bosses still shouldn't be assholes.
Yeah, my bosses like call me short and don't like it when I
Wow.
play Game Boy in the break room.
Or eat all the pizza that
Or
probably wasn't
okay,
nice.
that was my bad because I technically stole pizza from them and poor fucking what was his name, fucking Frank or some shit got blamed for it. But I don't care because he was a corporate asshole. So anyway, I'm used to my bosses being kind of dickish and making me do things that nobody wants to. So that's okay. But we have a new boss to add to like the list of I think 7 bosses that I have now.
Jesus. Why do they
Yeah,
need
why
so
do-
many
yeah, why
bosses?
do you-
I don't know. It's like so many
Bosses.
service leaders, and like the service leaders
really
command
dumb.
everything and watch everything and do all of that shit. And it's just not. Ooh, we got a new stuff. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. So the new boss, he is about my height. I think a little bit shorter than me. He's
Like my height.
yeah, like Morgan's height, just about. He's bald and he has like a goatee mustache combo.
Ew.
Yeah, he's really gross and mean, and he's always angry.
And like creeping on the girls.
And oh my god, he calls all of the girls like "milady," and he's really
Jesus.
he's just a huge fucking creep. Are you opening a Pepsi right now?
Shut up.
Ooh, our Master Krillin.
Oh, I forgot my water.
But do you want me to go get you
No.
water? Actually, we're in the middle of
Keep
something. I
talking.
can't. Ooh, Krillin's gonna teach us a new move.
Oh, well,
Well, we found Krillin
We found Krillin again,
finally.
but anyway.
Richard.
So Richard is his name. I'm not gonna say his last name because that's confidentiality.
Dick.
it is?
Kind of.
Richard Dick. Okay, that's who he is.
I think Dick is another name for Richard.
Exactly.
So we're just gonna call him Richard.
No, let's call him Dick.
Okay, Morgan's gonna call him Dick. Basically, he's new to the party, and
He doesn't know how things work.
he has no fucking idea how much of a bitch I am when it comes to like doing other things for people. So like I literally do anything that I'm told at Hannaford's because that's what a good goyim does. I'm supposed to do that to earn good boy points.
Good boy points.
Good English. Good
So
English.
I do it. So one of my bosses, because 3 of them are on the floor at one point in time, constantly watching everything that I do to make sure that I'm not fucking things up.
But she does a lot in real life anyway.
Okay, I do technically do that a lot, but that's not always my fault. Most of the time, sometimes, maybe like 10% of the time it's not my fault. But that's aside from the point. So they tell me to like say, I don't know, open up register 12 because there's like 13 registers.
Which is where you were today.
Which is where I was today when you fucking was watching me and sent me creepy murderous texts. Like, I'm watching you.
John?
Krillin, you're supposed to be dead. But anyway. So I'm working on register 10. My new boss comes up to me and he's like, hey, Tim. I'm like, what? And then he goes, you're not scheduled for cashiering today because you're scheduled as a service clerk. Because at Hannaford's, you get cashier trained and then you can do a cashier. Some days you're scheduled for a service clerk, which is basically bagging and carts and cleaning up stuff. Destructo Dis!
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, that's what we wanted. Anyways, so he'll come up to me and be like, Tim, you're not fucking scheduled to do this. Why are you on register? And I turn to him and I'm like, because I was told to do that. And he's like, well, too bad. You're answering to me now. I'm your new boss. So shut off your register and go play in a fucking corner. So I'm like, okay, fine. I guess you're right. But then he just constantly, he like ridicules me and tells me that I'm doing things wrong. And it sounds really
it's
bad.
Like me.
Yeah, it's just like having Morgan at work, and that's not really needed.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Morgan.
Thanks, Tim. Glad to know you're a loving boyfriend.
I love you. But so he'll constantly be doing that, and I mean my other bosses did that anyway to me, but you know, it was kind of like the joking hatred that I get from John and Morgan.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We're not actually too much of an asshole.
No, not to you guys.
But it's
to
like
my
the
other
joking.
bosses.
It's like the joking one, but it's serious.
Yeah, but the short little guy, he's like always angry, and he's
It's like me.
Yeah.
Short people are closer to hell.
That's why.
Wow.
He probably has Satan's fist up his ass or
Oh,
something.
he definitely. Oh, oops! I'm doing battles.
Oh, I thought you wanted to fight.
No way, dude. That's for a later episode.
Anyhow, Dick.
Anyway, he's a dick, and another thing that he did today. This is today alone. I just met the man today, and I already fucking hate him. So I was in the break room. John knows. Remember when I texted you and I was like, "Oh shit, he's here."
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I was playing Game Boy in the break room. I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics because that's just what I do. Because I already beat Breath of Fire. I always have a break room game because breaks are fucking boring if I don't. So I have my Game Boy SP up in my locker in the break room all the time. It's like always there. So whenever I go to break, I play my break room game and everything's dandy and I'm happy. So I'm just playing fucking Final Fantasy Tactics like I always do, pissing off all the old people. And then my boss comes up and he's like, "It's him. Turn that off. I'm trying to watch TV." I'm like, "No,
What?
no." No, it's my Game Boy. You don't have to do shit. But then he makes me turn it off anyway because he's my boss and he
Wait,
told me.
did you have volume on?
Hell yeah.
Tim,
Why didn't
oh
you
my
just
God,
turn
you're
it
so
down?
stupid.
No way.
No, Tim.
Final Fantasy Tactics with no volume? I actually did turn it down,
You're
but
so
not off
stupid.
because that's like, why would you do that? Plus, I like pissing off the old people with the volume because it's really funny to watch them like look at me with disapproval because they're old and they don't like video games. So yeah, he just doesn't like me. I don't like him, and he always gives me this fucking death glare whenever we see each other.
That's like me when I first met Tim.
Yeah, Morgan scared the shit out of me, and now we're dating, but I don't know how fucking that happened.
Because I made fun of your grammar forever.
That's how you win people's hearts.
Yeah, that's how I showed my affection
Yep.
to Sundray. Fuck
Yep.
yeah.
Actually,
Jesus,
I'm
Sundari
glad you
des.
brought up like how old people they just like don't like understand video games,
Old
Yeah.
white man.
because that was one of the topics I wrote.
Immigrant
I
man.
have like a list of topics just in case we get dead air. I don't know.
Yeah,
quote,
quote unquote.
dead air. So one of the topics is like this always happens to people in our generation at this point,
Yeah.
where old people are just like so.
Meh.
They're just like
Smeh.
they just don't understand. They don't understand like the concept of like video games, and then that in turn, like when I'm watching a YouTube video of like a Let's Play, my parents even they're like, "Wait, why are you watching it? Why wouldn't you just play it yourself?" And I hate it when people do
Well,
that
that's a good question.
because I get
though.
super pissed
Well,
off.
sometimes you just can't buy the game.
And well, okay, that's one of the reasons is like you can't afford the game. The other reason it's at this point in like the Let's Play community for YouTube, it's more of just watching the person.
It's all
not,
about the commentary.
Yeah.
It's not like the content. Like you don't click on a video most of the time for the content.
That's actually not entirely true for me anyway, and I'll get into that when you finish.
And if you do though, you end up like quitting halfway through. Like if I force myself to watch like a Let's Play because I really want to watch a game,
Mhm.
then and I find like some obscure person I've never heard about, I usually quit. But if I'm watching like someone I
Cool.
know,
Markiplier.
like yeah, like Markiplier or like Chugga Conroy or something, and I'll like watch it through just because they're funny people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the best. Okay, so my favorite Let's Plays are people who not only like talk about the game, but also like semi similar to what we're doing right now, like a podcast ish thing. Kind of connect with you with their lives and kind of talk about how the game has influenced them. That's why in a lot of my Let's Plays, at least at the beginning, I've been kind of not really doing it now because I've kind of been forgetting. I used to share like stories about how like I either got the game or the special ties that I have to it, because for me games have always been a big part of my life and I've like grown up playing them. And every game in my cabinet, I have a shit ton. I can literally tell you when I got it, where I was, and what I was doing.
Literally more than
It's
500.
so many.
It's too many.
It's-
It's all. It's like just he tried to organize it and then we fucked it up.
It's literally like I would guess close to maybe a few hundred.
Last
Yeah.
time I counted it, it was 275, but that
Although
was like
he
2 years
does
ago.
have some stupid ass games like Bratz.
I have really terrible games, which is why I started One Off Fridays with John.
Which we can
Which-
just show terrible games.
One Off Friday, the next one is going up next week. Or, no, god damn it, it's every Friday. Of course it's going up next week. But anyway, as I was saying, what John was saying earlier, where, like,
Where
ooh,
old
fucking Reddits.
old people ask you like, or not old people in general, just like older people who like weren't in the same like generation as we are, where we have access to like YouTube videos. Like I don't know if it doesn't really offend me, but I always get like super defensive. I'm like, well, it's because I don't want to play the game right now. I just want to like relax and like do nothing and like watch someone else play it, and it's more watching that person. And then my parents still don't understand it.
Well, no, but sometimes when I watch a Let's Play, like, for instance, AMAC is doing a Let's Play right now of Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. And it's funny because John and I were just like getting really into like the Naruto games again. I kind of took a big break on Naruto for a long time since the manga ended. And when John and I recorded Nuns 2 for
Nuns.
Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 for the One Off Friday, I kind of got back into it. It smells good. Oh, it's Morgan's lip balm. Never
What
mind.
the fuck? You can smell that?
Yeah, I can smell it. I have a
Okay.
strong sense of smell. That's one of the good things that I have.
Anyway.
Anyway, as I was saying, So when we were recording that for like the one on Friday, I got really back into them, and I was starting to look up Let's Plays of them because I like to watch Let's Plays of a game that I'm currently playing, which is really weird. I know that it sounds super weird, and I know that it kind of is super weird. Like,
I can't do that.
I'll be playing a game, and I'll be like, oh, you know what would be cool? If someone was playing this exact game with me at this exact time. So I'll, like, look up a Let's Play of the game that I'm currently playing and have them play alongside me, because, I don't know, it just feels right to me. It makes me feel comfortable.
Honestly,
that's funny.
For me, watching Let's Plays, like, I watch people who are mostly just making fun of it or, like, being assholes or just, like, Markiplier, basically. You know, when you, like, I can't play horror games because I get really scared. And
I get really sweaty when I play horror
I really
games.
can't do it.
Really?
But when I, like, watch Markiplier play them, it's really fucking funny.
We should play
because
PT.
I will play, but, like, it's just, I can't do it sometimes if I'm alone. And watching other people play it and see their commentary and their reactions are just the best part of it. Because sometimes, like, for example, Markiplier, I'm going to just use him. He, like, uses stupid-ass, like, references and, like, is just kind of an idiot and is really great. And it's funny. And it's just, it's a good time, like, to just watch it whenever. Because it's a good time whenever I watch YouTube videos, honestly, where I'm relaxing and not doing homework. So...
Which is never for me, but...
Yeah, no, Tim, shut the fuck up. I have to do homework.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't, like, watch YouTube unless I'm, like, eating or, like,
relaxing.
Drawing.
I watch movies when I eat. Like,
Well, yeah,
I'll
just, like, any
stream a
form of
movie.
media.
Well, yeah, I just watch YouTube if I'm, like, trying to relax or do something.
Reddit's. Yeah.
And then there's Tumblr.
So
I love Tumblr.
So what move did we get from Reddit's? Don't pick on my daddy.
Some.
God damn.
We got unrelenting.
Don't pick on my
barrage.
daddy.
That's a good move.
That sounds really kinky. And fucked.
Morgan.
Shut up.
You add so much to this.
Anyway, back to Dick. We got on the topic of video
my God.
games after
Fuck Dick. That's all I have to say.
Look at the spike there.
He honestly makes me not want to go to work ever. And I've known him for a day, and I've dealt with my dick bosses before, but they don't even reach the level of dick that Dick is.
Jesus.
Yeah, and you've heard me complain about them before and the shit that they do.
Yeah.
So they're really bad alone, and Dick's even worse. And literally my bosses get in fights with him because they'll be like, why are you taking Tim off register? Tim, go back on register. Dick will be like, no, he's not scheduled for register. Tim, get off that register. I swear to God, I've heard my name so many times today alone.
I want to hear what you said to him when you sassed him.
Oh, when I sassed him? Okay,
Yeah.
I feel really bad because I don't like sassing people. But you know what? He kind of fucking deserved it.
I've never seen Tim this angry, guys.
Okay,
he never gets angry.
He fucking rustles my jimmies. He's like one of the only people who really rustles my jimmies because not only is he...
Why are you using that phrase?
Not only is he an asshole, but he's really, like, what's the word? Condescending. And he's kind of a creep.
Kind of.
Yeah, like, for instance, like I said, he calls all of, like, the females "m'lady." And he, like, flirts with them a lot. And he's, like, I don't know, maybe, like, 50-something.
What if I went in there and I
You're not allowed
and I don't
near
even
Dick.
say
I'm
that
sorry.
I'm your girlfriend.
You're not allowed
I
near
see what
Dick.
would happen.
No,
Social experiment.
You stay away
That's
from
my
Dick.
kind of thing.
You can hang out with anyone but Dick. That's the one rule.
Jesus Christ.
Even fuckboys?
Even fuckboys, I don't care.
Like David.
No, David's not a fuckboy.
Just not Dick, because he's a creepy molester.
No.
He's a wow, that's pretty
Most likely.
Most likely.
I have no evidence to that
Okay,
claim.
wait, so what did you say to him?
What did I... Okay, well, he was just getting all up in my face, and he was like, Tim, fucking get all... Okay, so it's still on the register thing, because that happened all day fucking long. He, like, never dropped that shit. Every time I'd get on a register, he'd be like, Tim, get off. Floyd will be like, Tim, get on. He'll be like, Tim, get off.
You should have just said hop off and then left.
Hop off my dick. On top of... Okay, so... And then when it was time for me to go, so 5:45 was the end of my shift, right? And I'm on register again. I'm with Floyd's decision-making because I prefer my dick bosses over Dick. So I'm on register 12 doing people. My line's fucking out the anus with people. So I call Dick over because he was like the only guy there, the only boss present at the time. Do I even have to fight these guys anymore? And I'm like, hey, my shift's over and like now. Can I like shut off my light and go home now? And he's like, no, you just keep doing what you're doing. And I'm like, clearly you don't know what you're doing.
Only off 5 minutes later.
Well, I was off like around 5 minutes later. But the thing is, they don't pay you overtime.
What?
Well, they don't pay me overtime.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they'd pay full timers overtime, but they definitely don't pay Tim Pazar, fucking Hannaford's bitch, overtime.
Hannaford's
you're not a bagel bitch.
Hannaford's bitch extraordinaire.
Oh my god.
You're Mr. Bagel's bitch, which really sounds funny if you say it like that.
Bagel bitch.
Bagel bitch.
See,
that's
really what it is.
I have a good job where
sleep with dogs. Not sexually.
I'm not hassled.
John slept with every dog in town.
I'm not hassled. I'm not hassled
Pretty
by
sure
like
sexually.
by my bosses, and my boss is so nice. I get to go home early, like 30 minutes early every single day.
I get to go home late.
The one nice thing I've heard from like my boss, like about her, she's never said it to my face.
Hey, she gave me free bagels.
No, muffins, and then you ate the wrapper. Anyway,
that wasn't my fault.
The one thing I've heard nice that she's had to say about me or like whatever, I was talking about how there's one thing I can't do because there's this one bitch who just fucking sassed, and I'm not gonna get on it right now. I probably will later.
No, you should get on it right now.
But okay, just let me say this
timing.
first. But I was saying to my coworker, I was like, there's actually literally one thing I can't do, and that's make a certain kind of sandwich because it has cashews on it, and I'm allergic to cashews. And so we were like, well, that's because of a health reason. And Leslie, my boss, would kill me if I let you do that because you're like a second daughter to her. And I don't know, that kind of just felt good to know, but at the same time, my boss is kind of an asshole.
No way, she gave me free muffins. I refuse.
You don't work for her.
I refuse to accept that anyone who gives me free food is an asshole.
No, and so,
I'm sorry.
Okay. So my boss, she's always away, and whenever I ask for a day off, just one day, like, even though I only work 2 days of the week because it's a morning job, so of course I can't work any more than that, but...
I would totally skip school to work.
I can't. But
I know.
Like,
I would skip school. Here, John, take over. I need to go get a drink.
Oh, god damn it. No, why?
I'm not... Yeah.
They're gonna hear clicking.
So, basically...
Oh, Jesus.
She's always away, and if I ask for like one day off for a family thing or whatever, she gets really pissed and then starts back-mouthing me at another restaurant where it's just basically a bar and where people go and get drunk. So, anyway, this girl that is filling in, well, she's supposed to fill in later on, but she's going to fill in for her mother because her mom's going to get surgery on her arm and blah, 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 which is fine, but her fucking daughter is a bitch, okay? We had her trying to answer the phone to, like, take phone orders, which is, like, pretty easy. But she was like, no, I don't do that. Like, all sassy and bitch-like. And we were all busy. And so we couldn't, like, go pick up the phone. And she just starts sassing my other coworker, which is, like, she's one of the nicest people ever. So I was just pissed and done at that point. And so she asked her nicely to go do it and, like, what to say and how to, like, take the phone order, which isn't too hard anyway, and it should be natural for most people, but not this bitch. And so later on that day, my boss calls, and she's like, why are all four of you still at the bagel shop? It's, like, late, and it's gonna be slow, and it's not worth it. So she's basically saying to have her, Kimmy, my coworker who's getting the arm surgery, her daughter to go home because it's just pointless and redundant. So my coworker, she says to Kimmy, Kayla can go home, whatever, like, we're all good. And then Kayla, being a bitch, she just, like, sat in the car and didn't go home and then sat inside the bagel shop after a while. What the fuck?
Jesus fucking...
After a while. So, you okay?
Oh, that's my bad.
Are you dying?
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, my hand's all wet. Don't ask.
It's water.
Yeah.
It's fine. But anyway, so
Jesus,
Kayla's like sitting in the corner part of Mr. Bagel. Like, I don't know what she's eating. She's just sitting over there, like, stuffing her face, and I'm, like, cleaning up, doing all this other shit. And I just see her sitting over there being this bitch. And so I hear today This was just yesterday, by the way, in our time. This all happened yesterday.
Friday the 13th.
No, it was Saturday
the 15th.
14th.
The 14th.
Wow.
Anyway.
Of March.
We don't need...
Keep going.
Stop. Okay, just shut up. Your hand's cold. But anyway.
Yeah, his hands are always cold.
What the fuck, man?
It's super cold, isn't it?
Anyway, so I hear today from my coworker, she was like, apparently Kimmy got all pissed because of the whole Kayla going home early thing and then not having a ride and blah, blah, blah. And then supposedly Kayla told her mom that my coworker had yelled at her to go pick up the phone, which she didn't. Sarah doesn't yell. And it was just all bullshit. And it just pissed us off today. And it doesn't help the fact that today was really slow at work. And we barely sold anything. Nobody really came in. Okay. And we only made $4 in tips. So, like, 12 technically, but, you know, dividing it by 3 and all that stupid shit.
Math.
Yeah, math. We get $4. And we're not sure whether or not...
Can you stop grabbing my
coworker,
leg?
Kimmy,
I'll kill you.
Took more money than she was supposed to, like when she left early, which she's not supposed to do when we have a shit ton of work to do, and we're like after the shop closes, we're there for probably 20 minutes on average after doing shit. So it was just all kind of bullshit today. It was really fucked, and we're not in a good mood. None of us are.
I mean, I'm in a pretty good mood now because I'm next to Morgan, but
Dick.
It was a bad day dick-wise. I dealt with much dick today.
It was a bad dick day.
Dick, it was very bald, such man.
Very bald. He looks like
such man.
He looks like a scrotum.
Did you say squotum?
Yes.
Kai! I like that one. The one that says Kai! Kia! Is that what it is? Is that what they say?
Probably.
Kia! God damn it.
So and then John had some family issue.
We're not going to get into that, though.
Let's not.
I'm not going to.
Basically, that was just like the work portion of this.
Well, my work, we all work today.
But John's job is easy as fuck.
Okay, that's actually a
shut up.
No, shut up.
I'll kill you.
That's a common misconception.
That is not a misconception.
So for everyone,
we don't deal with stupid ass pose.
For everyone who doesn't know, we still deal with some stupid ass
shit,
hoes.
Dude, I gotta equip that Destructo disc.
Actually, we were dealing with a stupid ass hoe recently. Well, so I work at a dog kennel, and basically my job is to babysit dogs and sleep with them, not sexually.
No.
And so I've been working there literally, well, actually in like 3 days, which will be CEP for our school. That will be exactly a year because that's when I got my job. So there's apparently some bitch got fired recently because she had like a mental breakdown because she went off her meds.
Oh my God.
That's online, Tim.
Take your meds, people.
I want to see if I...
Be healthy.
So she didn't take her meds for like a week. And so she basically yelled and refused to come into work. So our boss is like, all right, well, she's fired now. So.
We did all of the level 1.
Yeah, I finished it. And so she got fired, and then we hired like this new kid who is younger than me. And I rejoice because I'm finally not like the new person. But I still feel really bad when I don't do my job correctly, like or accidentally screw something up, because I feel like I failed my boss, who's like really fucking nice. She gets me like McDonald's and like coffee.
McDonald's is gone.
Well, oh yeah, rip McDonald's. But she gets no, because my job's in Gray, so there's a McDonald's right there. But she like gets me McDonald's and shit, and it's like the best job in the world. But like these two have like shitty fucking jobs.
Yeah, no. Speaking of what happened today. Kayla, Kimmy's daughter, she's older than me, but I've been working there longer, so technically I kind of have, like
authority.
Okay, hold on, pause. We have 400 Zenny.
Cool, man.
Damn it, 4,000 away from the Super Saiyan, Morgan.
Sell clothes.
No way.
Sell the fucking... All right,
so technically I have authority over her, and I can tell her what to do.
Yeah.
But it feels wrong, because here's this 14-year-old telling this 20-something-year-old, be like... oh, you gotta do this and this and this, but it just felt wrong, so I just didn't speak to her at all.
I don't like telling people what to do anyway.
I didn't speak to her whatsoever, and I didn't mean to come off as a bitch, but I probably did, but she is kind of a bitch, so I don't really give a shit at the same time. But it was like, I was talking to my coworker Sarah after, and I was like, well, I don't know how I feel about this person. She's like, well, technically you could have told her what to do because you've been working here for almost, 10 months now. I don't even know. But it's just, it's all fuck.
It's just,
all fuckery. Okay.
Yeah, work sucks. You should all get jobs though because
you need the money.
It literally lets me go out with John almost every. I've been out with John almost every. Actually, I think every night this week except for last night.
Except for last night because
I worked all night.
Okay, because
I was working from 2 to 11.
Because Tim worked a 9-hour shift. Also, I was working, but I only worked till 8:30, and I got out at 8 because I get out early every night.
And I'm allowed to pay for Morgan now, and I don't have to.
No, you're not. I've been working longer than you have.
So actually,
3 months.
Actually, I've had 2 jobs,
and I think I have more money than you though.
Yeah, but you work more because technically you're legally allowed to, and you have
you can't
better hours.
You can't physically.
I literally can't. But
destructive disc. Here it goes. Boom.
Holy shit.
Boom.
Holy shit.
Dude, I'm telling you, destructive disc.
So I had a job before I worked at the kennel, and it was working as a dishwasher for a restaurant. That's the worst. But you should work for a restaurant doing dishes, your first job, because that gives you an idea of what the fuck you don't want to do in your life.
Yeah, and then it gives you perspective on the food industry, and then you won't be assholes to waiters and waitresses in restaurants and shit.
Fucking people.
And I've had more experience with that as well because my mom has been a waitress all my life.
Yeah.
So I've had an onlook into the food industry my whole life. So I'm really nice to people, but not this fucking Kayla bitch.
Yeah, no, some people just don't respect the
food,
people
waitresses.
Waitresses in general.
Oh shit.
We have I've heard people fucking whistle to waitresses and waiters. That is the absolute shittiest thing you can do as a human being.
Or if you hold your checkout or your credit card over to the waitress while she's walking by, that's super rude. I just, oh my god, if somebody ever does that to me, I'm gonna knock your hand off your wrist with my hand.
Speaking of rude people, fucking when you turn your light off at a goddamn register, it doesn't mean that we're open to more people, because thousands of people will just get in my line, and that's what causes me to get out late so many times, because they'll be like, okay, Tim, you're off now, you can shut your lights. So I'm dealing with one customer because they're like, finish that customer and go home. So I'm working on that customer, I shut my light. So technically I'm closed. Everyone in the store immediately just joins that line because they're like, oh shit, he's closing. We gotta get in that motherfucker. And they all just get in line, and then I cannot tell them no by Hannaford law because I'm Tim.
Company law.
Yeah, so they're like, okay, Tim, take everyone else in line. So please do not get in line at someone who's shut off.
And have to do with company laws, quotation marks, that you have to follow when you're paying for something and it's kind of seems more expensive than you would think it would be. Please don't ask the cashier why it's that expensive. They cannot control
they don't know.
They
get pissed off at me all the time.
Control
Napa,
it.
What the fuck?
And
I didn't know Napa was here.
For one, I've had this guy come in and I have to charge him for a cup of water because of the cup, and it's only maybe 25 cents. And he's like, oh, I didn't think you were going to charge me for this. It's like, dude, I'm sorry. I can't control this. Don't get mad at me. Oh, another thing with coming in, late as the person's closing. Please check the hours on a restaurant before you come in. And don't call them.
Okay, people don't do that.
You can look it up. Do not call me at 7 in the morning and be like, what are your hours? Are you open right now? No, I'm picking up the phone because we're fucking closed. Okay? You know what?
Well, no, if it's before your shift and they ask for the hours, that's not really that bad.
Well, no, but it's terrible when the place has a website.
Yeah.
You can just
find so.
But what about old people who aren't internet savvy?
Okay, I understand if it's an 80-year-old woman and she's like,
8-year-old?
80.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
You're 80-year-old woman calling because she doesn't know how to work it, and sometimes you can usually tell if it's an old person calling, and that's what I'm fine with it. But when it's a 30-year-old woman or man calling, and I hear kids in the background, I'm like, all right, you have a fucking smartphone most likely. Look up the hours or something, or when they call me at 1 p.m. right as we're closing. What time do you close? Right now.
Yeah.
You can't get a bagel.
It's even worse.
You can't get a bagel.
It's even worse when you work in like an actual restaurant. Like you work at a bakery, but when I worked in a restaurant, people would come in 10 minutes before before closing. But we have to serve like straight up meals, like full meals. And people will sit for like 2 hours, and they're so like fucking privileged because they like expect you just because like you work there that you have to stay open just for them.
Hold on, John.
Yeah.
Did you was there another portal?
Sorry, I don't know.
Am I missing something?
No, go back in that other one I thought.
That other one just leads me back.
That one?
Oh, yes. Alright,
never mind.
Is
okay.
that Yamcha?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Alright, we've rambled.
Alright, so yeah. Work, okay.
That's our shitty life.
Get a job. It's fun. It's cool.
Okay, no. It's worth it. You need it, but it's not gonna be fucking fun.
Don't start as early as me.
I started when I was 13.
Even though everyone's a dick to me, I still think it's kind of fun.
I got my first job at 13.
Yeah, please don't start at 13, 14.
I left.
Stay a teenager.
I left.
Started at 17, like 10.
No, shut up.
At like 16.
I left at 14, like closing in on 15, and then I got another job like this year actually when I was like 16 or. Yeah, I think so.
No, if you're like 13 and you're watching this,
don't get a job when you're.
Please don't.
Why would you? Morgan.
Like,
well, I mean, I kind of understand with Morgan, but
like Avery. Although Avery should get a job because he uses so much money.
He's a little shit.
You shouldn't be using that much money. Is what
you
I'm
shouldn't
saying.
Like you should rely on your parents. Like I mean, you shouldn't. Okay. Rely on your parents' money.
Like, have your parents help you, but at the same time,
don't
be
just like constantly ask.
Yeah, don't constantly get it because you're not supposed to.
Don't do that. And like in my situation, I got one early because financial issues and because I hate depending on people. But like, stay a teenager and like don't
spam destructo.
Don't grow up so fast, please.
Yeah,
just from me.
Trust me, spam destructo disc. That's all you need.
Tim, they don't. No one knows what you're talking about.
Except everyone on my channel.
Except everyone on your watching your video.
Life lessons with me: don't grow up too fast.
Yeah.
Just enjoy being a teenager.
Unless you're forced to, which is shitty. Fucking.
Which is like shitty. Which is what my situation is. I wasn't forced to technically, but it's just nice to not have to depend on my parents so much because I just feel bad.
I like having my own money.
Yeah, I like having my own money too, but it's really sucky when you do sports and then you have a job and then you want to have a social life, but you can't because you work and you do sports and then there's school and there's just no time to balance everything out and you have to choose between getting money or your friends and it's a really shitty feeling.
Or grades.
Yeah. And it's especially like hard because you guys don't really play as many sports as I do.
I don't play.
I used to. I used to do track and cross country and tennis.
But when you do sport, especially in high school,
best sport, tennis all the way. If you're a boy and you play tennis, And
you're just white and you.
Or you're just white. Tennis. Or any other race. I'm not racist at all.
That's not racist. It's just a stereotype.
It's just it's really hard to juggle
stereotypes can be racist
all at once, especially when you're trying to stay with your grades as all A's. So it's
I'm happy with
all
C's.
of my grades are A's, and I'm trying to keep it that way.
Wait, we got some nice clothes for a second.
Please get rid of the stupid clothes.
What stupid clothes? I don't have stupid clothes.
But yeah, don't choose between money and your friends. Stay with your friends. Don't.
Where are my pants? We need new pants. Oh yes, that's way better. That's way better.
Gross.
Morgan has pants on. It's okay now.
So we've
life lessons.
40 minutes.
We're done.
Okay,
we're not done. Are you kidding me?
I have some. Do you want to talk about any of this, Tim? I have a list right here. You want me to blow it up?
All right. Well, I could go into Bleach right now.
Although that about work.
Bleach would take a whole episode, so I'm not gonna go into Bleach right now.
Here, I'll tell Tim and I's story of how we met. Okay, so. Basically, Tim was working on this fucking anime.
Well, I have to start the story from the beginning.
We kind of gave up on it, though.
We have not given up on it. I'm still talking to Diana, and Diana is full on...
Stop slamming the table.
Yeah, don't slam the table.
Stop! Tim!
I can do it as much as I want.
Tim. You're spiking your audio. You're just making it more work.
I'm just making it harder for myself. But anyway, so... For those who don't know, I'm going to be going to college for animation. By the way, John, what did you apply for your major for Ringling?
Huh? No, I'm going to Becker probably.
Oh,
yes, John.
Did you end up applying though?
What do you mean? Like, yeah, I sent in an application and they accepted. game art and design.
Right, because anyway, so
because I can't animate,
that's like aside the
but
point.
I can draw.
We'll talk about college after.
Because I did get into wriggling.
I'll just cry in the background.
But not for animation. I got in for any of their other majors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they said they just had such a huge pool of applicants.
Oh my god, you should have been there. I went on a tour. They have so much animators.
Yeah, so like I got into. They said you could literally choose any other major you want, just not animation, because we have too many people. So I'm probably not going to end up going there because I want to do animation.
Come with me.
Yeah, go with
Unless, of course, John goes, in which case I might change to game art because that sounds super fun.
Because it's almost like you almost get to do the same thing. I was actually, well, can I continue for a sec?
Yeah, go for a sec.
So when I went down to a college tour there, they actually had like it seemed like you got to work on everything.
Holy fuck!
You get what is that
This
disgusting?
guy looks like goddamn Cooler God mode.
Okay, so you got to like they said basically you get to mess around with everything. However, they focus a lot on backgrounds and areas and like surroundings. So like when I was seeing like previews of like student made games, the characters were just like blank models, but the backgrounds were like immaculate, and that's what they like train you on and like focus you on. But they send people off. Like, some people want to be character artists. Like, that's me. I don't like drawing backgrounds and shit, but I can draw faces. I like focusing on faces and, like, shit like
I
that.
would do background art if I could draw, but I can't.
Alright, so, Tim, you want to continue?
Okay, so anyway, like, I want to go for animation. I love to draw. I like to make stories.
He's really good at it.
Yeah, thank you, Morgan.
Maybe
Except
not
for your
grammar.
Except for my grammar. That's because I write all of my scripts at, like, 4 in the morning.
We'll get back to the grammar thing in a second
Yeah, so...
when we get back to the story.
Yeah, so anyway, so I've been writing this big story for, let's see, the past 4 years. I think I started freshman year with the concept.
Grammar's still really shitty.
Grammar hasn't changed since second grade, so everything's okay though, because that's why I have Morgan here.
No, but take being the voice actress for this and not being able to understand what the script says because the grammar's so bad.
It's funny, Diana like tries to not mention it. She's super nice.
Okay,
Diana's like one of the nicest people I've
ever met. I'll go back to how the whole grammar thing fits in when we get to it. But
yeah, so I've been writing this big story, and it came to the point where I had gotten myself a copy of Flash. I went to took like 4 weeks at a course.
Acquired a copy of Flash.
Yeah, I actually bought it.
Oh!
Yeah, the only piece of software that I pirated is Vegas, and that was for my glorious,
a $500,
my glorious
thing.
channel. That was for you guys. I broke the law for you.
say that.
Channel is rip.
Who cares? They don't know if I'm lying or not. Anyway, so I was all set. I took like the 4-week course in animation over the summer one year. I think it was a couple years back. So I had acquired all of the skills that I need to start. Don't even. I don't want to go into that like ever.
No, we won't.
Pretend that never happened. So I was ready. I was acquiring voice actresses and actors because the majority of my stuff it's a very female heavy cast.
And it's pretty cool.
It's super unintentional, but it's kind of cool in my opinion.
Because you don't really see that.
You don't see that very often at all. And I think that you should see it more often because I think just things are more badass when a girl is doing it.
It really is.
It really is. Like,
yeah, thank you.
But anyway, that's like aside from the point. That's like a whole different topic.
All right, so he was looking for voice
So I was looking for actresses. I got Diana to do the main characters. I found her on YouTube. She was linked to my channel by one of my subscribers.
Hi, Diana, if you're watching.
Yeah, she's probably not. She doesn't tend to watch my stuff, but if she is, yeah, hello.
Hello.
You're great. You know that. So anyway, so I was looking for my voice actress for Maya. I couldn't find anyone who can fit the voice for Maya.
Ava.
And Ava, the fucking yeah, it should have been Ava, but Diana pronounced it Ava in like her first take, and I was like, I'm not gonna be a dick and tell her to re-record it because she pronounced it wrong. So we just stuck with Ava. So I couldn't find the actresses. I actually had a few people send me some lines for like Maya and Ava and Kit, And all this stuff, and nobody fit. I even had Diana record a few to see if she would fit, and it didn't really match the voice. So I asked John in acting class one day, I was like, John, I really can't fucking find any actresses or anyone to play these parts, and I'm like ready to do this shit. And so John was like, well, Avery has a few friends that are pretty into anime.
That are girls.
That are pretty into anime, and I'm pretty sure that
we'll jump on that, and
actually be fine with it.
Actually, my exact response was, well, Avery knows some girls that are weeaboo trash like you.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that word because,
Well, I am weeaboo trash. But anyway, so Avery, he asked me when I'm walking into lunch one day, he's like, hey, so John has this friend, and he wants some voice actresses. Will you do it? And I, actually freaked out, and I started, screaming and jumping. And then I, freaked out because Sammy, the other girl, my friend, she and I have been talking about, jokingly about being voice actresses together. So when it actually finally happened, I freaked out a little bit, and I told her. So then we went to go talk to Tim at his table, which happened to be, 20 feet.
Flooded with seniors.
20 feet away from our table. And it was really funny because apparently I gave him the death glare first thing.
Okay, Morgan has this thing.
It's called chronic bitch face.
Chronic bitch face.
What the fuck?
So I constantly, even when I'm relaxed or happy or something, I just look like I'm pissed. But the thing is, I'm really not that mean of a person, only when it comes to it. But anyway, so we go to this recording session at John's house, and Sammy and I are like, I don't know really what to do. This is a room full of seniors, and we're two little freshman girls. And so we walk in there, and we start recording, and I fuck up a lot because I can't talk.
Everyone fucks up a lot.
I really can't talk all that well.
Well, it was an awkward situation, too, because we had never really
met. We had just talked over email for a while and, setting it up, but I hadn't talked on there because I was busy with sports.
Yeah, which made me further think that she wanted nothing to do with it and made me more afraid.
When actually, I was the most excited for it.
Yeah.
But, I was busy with volleyball and work and homework and all that, blah, 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 as you've heard before. So anyway, we got there, and I just start, reading through the script, and I turn to Tim, and I'm like, what the hell is this grammar?
Yep.
I can't fucking understand this. Yep. What the fuck, man?
And it never changed.
And basically, from there on, it was me just saying, Tim, what the fuck is this grammar? You suck.
Basically.
But soon enough, I don't know, a couple recording sessions, this is what I mean, I can't record things. Sessions in, I was like, this kid's actually pretty cool, and I like him a lot, and we kind of always just gravitated towards each other.
We always sat next to each other.
Everyone could tell, we were just gravitated towards each other.
Yeah.
Each other all the time. Fucking Christ, this is exactly like a recording session.
It is a recording session. This is a podcast right now.
No, but this isn't Maya. But, so, everyone could tell, and I could tell, and I was being pretty obvious about it, but
I couldn't tell because I'm fucking daft as shit.
so fucking daft, and it was really bad, because it got to the point, before we were dating, we even, held hands and, sat really close on the couch together.
And I still couldn't.
And all this stupid shit, and I was dropping major hints here, full-on hints, and you just can't
I still can't.
He's so stupid, but,
He's so stupid.
I really am.
But
for that,
it got to the point where it was just us making jokes and being assholes, and mostly me being an asshole to him. And
I try not to be an asshole to people I like.
But I wasn't really sure if Tim liked me or not because I don't know. I don't think he could just show it all that well.
Definitely not.
So I was like, I mean, there's a possibility there, but I don't really know if Tim likes me. And plus, he's going off to college soon. So, why would he even want to date this freshman with awkward-ass cotton candy pink hair? Yeah, you'll see probably in later pictures if I ever post a selfie.
If I ever post
100 subs.
Yeah, if he
I'll post the evolution of your hair. Didn't you make one of those?
Yeah, I made an evolution of my hair. So I had cotton candy pink hair for a while. And then I changed it over to Galaxy hair, which was fucking magical. So, anyway.
Hence Galaxy.
Hence that's why it's magical. But, I had awkward-ass pink hair, and I just dyed it over all the time, and I was so mean, and I don't even know, and I was just like, I don't think this kid would probably go for me, because I'm such an asshole and awkward and weird. But You know?
But Tim's also an asshole and weird.
I am not an asshole.
He's not all that much of an asshole. He has his moments, but it's pretty fucking funny.
I have my moments.
It's pretty fucking funny when you do, because we're like, see, Tim, you are an asshole. You are just like us.
Okay, I just like poking fun at, like, people who I'm close to. Like,
no, or like, if they said Coke or Pepsi, I would say this or this.
Okay, that would be funny, though. Only if it's funny.
See, no.
To everyone involved.
And then here we are, almost 3 months later. No, we've only known each other for 3 months.
No, we've known each other for like 4,
Almost 4.
And we've almost been dating for 3 of them.
Yeah, so we, like, a month later, we're just like, alright, let's make... Because everyone else, there was this whole thing called the Ship Masters in our group. And basically, it was our ship, Torgen.
Like, you know how, like, ships happen in animes where, like, you combine the names and
They're usually homosexual, but, you know.
No, this one's
There are exceptions.
Actually, Tim's the only straight person in the room.
Yeah.
It's okay, though.
I cry every time.
I like boys more so than anything else, but...
I don't like Tim.
Still.
I fucking
I'm
love
not
you.
Straight.
Not okay.
But anyway, so it came to the point where everyone knew, I was trying to get Tim to realize it, and so there was this thing called the Shipmasters, and, like, it was called Torgen, blah, blah, blah. So, finally, one day I was just like, alright, Tyler, let's try to make this fucking thing canon, alright?
Mm-hmm.
And
December 30th.
December 30th, yep. And so it took Tim half an hour to realize I was trying to get at it.
There was a full conversation on Skype.
There were so many winky emoticons.
With Tyler, Morgan, and I. Tyler was playing this game, like, confirmed or not confirmed, like a talk show.
And I was like... I was his contract. It was really fucking stupid, but it was great because
it was
Tim
really
didn't know
fun.
what was
It
happening.
was super stupid because I just thought that we were randomly jumping around conversation topics.
Yeah, no.
So I'd like try to continue the conversation on a topic, and then it'd just be, God damn it, Tim's so fucking daft, and I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, and it was funny though because Tim and I had private messages before then and all that. And Tyler and I were talking privately as well during that whole half an hour conversation, and Tyler and I said in the text, I was like, where do I get my sail fixed if it's broken? Talking about, like, you know.
Yeah, ship
sail.
Oh my god.
So Tim.
And I say probably a seamstress.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably a seamstress.
Fucking
so,
Tim.
Tyler and I go off and we're like dying of laughter.
It's really bad.
And we're like, Tim is so fucking stupid. I don't even know how this would work and blah, blah, blah. And I still don't know why I'm dating this kid because he's so stupid sometimes. But
I cry every time.
Tim always cries.
But, yeah, that's basically...
And then, thank God you kept happening because I eventually caught on and was like,
caught on. And I was like,
okay.
well, no, he, like, had said earlier in the conversation when we were talking about it, like, he actually finally kind of understood it, and then we were like, well, it's kind of a joint decision. And then we, like... He thought we moved on. But
I thought they moved on because I
didn't.
Figured, I don't know.
So probably half an hour later, I was like, well, it's kind of a joint decision, like,
and then I was like, oh, we've been talking about that for the whole time.
Yeah, and then I was like, well,
and then I was like, cool.
Nah. And then he was
like
confirmed. And I freaked out. It was like 12 a.m. too.
Yeah, because I stay up like all night.
And it was over winter break, so it was okay.
It was great. Like last night, for example, I stayed up till like 5 o'clock in the morning grinding with Morgan.
No, okay, well, I need some context, because there's just Hearthstone going on in the background, probably.
Yeah, okay, John, fill them in.
So we started Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which is...
Go to my channel.
Which is OC Heaven. Go to, Tim's channel. Squiz97. And we decided in the first episode to make our character Morgan... So when Tim says he's grinding with Morgan, he means
grinding levels.
He means grinding levels in an RPG fashion in a video game.
Not grinding the dance, you white
Not
boys.
Sexually. God damn it! Put your pants back on.
I gave Morgan pants.
Put your dick back in.
Anyway. Oh yeah, Morgan. Also, Morgan the character is finally wearing pants.
Yep. Everything's okay now.
Also, your Zubat sucks.
Don't play Matt.
Tim, get your dick out of your own ass.
Astonish is a ghost type move?
Yes, put Matt away. We're podcasting.
Sorry, I just wanted to see how shitty you were at Pokemon.
Shut up. I haven't played that in like a month.
Basically, after the whole Torgen thing was confirmed, I literally like screeched.
I didn't believe it. Like literally, I was sitting up the next day and I was like, do I like have a girlfriend now?
Do I have a girlfriend now?
No,
he's still kind of daft.
This weird ass kid with pink ass hair, and it's just stupid.
Pink ass hair.
I look stupid.
That sounds really hot.
I know, right? It was really hot.
I wish I had pink ass hair.
Exactly. Yeah. But
yeah.
I was screeching, and I was on Snapchat because I had talked to one of my best friends about Tim a lot, and she was just like, "Oh, I've never seen you this happy. This is really cute." And
it's really cute. Like Morgan's voice over the phone.
Like Morgan's voice. Morgan, okay.
No.
200 subs, I'll have her call each and every one of you.
No, I will not call any of you. You don't need my phone number. Anyway.
It's okay. She'll call you using my phone. You can have my phone number.
No.
Because I love you all so much.
Don't be stupid. Anyway, I'll use Mr. Bagel's phone.
I promise.
There we go.
I promise.
No, but I really won't call you guys.
She will. 200.
I
Make
fucking
it happen.
hate the phone. No. So, anyway, I Snapchatted her at 12:30 in the morning. I'm like, Megan, this thing has finally happened, and I was freaking out. And then I went downstairs all giddy and stuff. And my mom was still up, and she's like, "What's up with you? Why are you so smiley?" And I was like, "Well, Tim, yeah, that's a thing now."
That's a thing now.
And then she squeed.
And then my mom actually screeched the first time she met Tim. She squealed.
She fangirled.
Yeah,
fangirled.
Morgan wasn't there at the table, but when me and Tim were waiting for Morgan, when we were going out to dinner,
I think it was right after one of my volleyball things.
Morgan's, we were going for trivia night at Pat's.
Morgan's mom fangirled at Tim, and it was fucking
I swear
hilarious.
to God, I hate my parents. I can't.
So when I wrote down on this list how we met, I sort of meant me and Tim, but
how we met?
Yeah, good on you, Morgan.
Well, no, I can.
Well, John, tell that story now.
I want to hear the Tim and John story.
Oh, really? So
Tom.
I forget. So
I honestly don't remember.
When I went to school, we had the weird. It wasn't a school for kindergarten. It was
preschool. 3
little wooden buildings because they were still building the Rose School.
Mm-hmm.
You remember
That's
camp?
adorable.
It was called Camp
The Rose
Row.
School was kindergarten and first grade.
It was Camp Row though. Remember?
Yeah.
So they mixed. When it was still being built, they didn't have enough rooms to have a separate kindergarten and first grade, so they mixed them. Yeah. So when I was in kindergarten, I was with a bunch of first graders, and we would just play with building blocks and Kinects. But then next year, they actually built this, finished the school. And I was like, holy shit, this is a building now. But not as a 5-year-old, I didn't know the word shit, I don't think, at least.
He was like, holy jeepers.
Jeepers, creepers. Gee Williker do. And then, so I got to the school on the first day. And I saw this group of kids playing with Pokemon cards on the playground.
Totally me.
And that was Nick, Tim, Ben,
and who you guys haven't met because he kind of left us.
I think at that point.
I mean, we're still friends, but we're not close.
I'm pretty sure at that point that was it. It was 3 of you just sitting in a corner playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
And so I was like, holy shit, these guys like Pokemon. I love Pokemon because I had I had 3 Pokemon cards. And
how old are you when you're in first grade?
We were
4, 5.
If I was 5. I went to kindergarten when I was 4. But in first grade, so when we got back to the classroom, I started just talking to you guys, and you guys were like, "Sure, we'll play Pokemon with you," even though I was complete trash.
Yeah, you were such a fucking scrub.
I only had 3 Pokemon cards. So I started just making my own, and then everyone started making our own.
Yeah,
I guess
we drew on pieces
we drew
of paper
shitty. I still have all those books, actually.
Remember, didn't you and Ben have this whole thing where you'd make construction paper Pokemon?
My brother and I would reenact Pokemon battles as the Pokemon.
That's awesome.
It was stupid as hell.
Well, Danny and Barrett used to run around as Sonic characters, and I,
Sonic.
With Quinn, okay, I had this phase where I was best friends with Quinn, another good friend of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's an artist too, apparently.
I sent you, he was the guy in the pictures that I sent you from the museums and stuff.
Oh.
So we used to hang out a lot, and we used to both be into Dragon Ball, big Dragon Ball fans back in 2nd grade. So he used to be Vegeta all the time, and I used to take the role as Goku, and we'd fight on the playground as the Dragon Ball characters, play fight, and it was so awesome. And we would get so hyped about the Majin Saga because it was just going into Majin Buu on TV. So we'd watch it every night, and it was awesome. So I was always Dragon Ball. And I know it really well now, so...
Because he's a nerd.
Because I'm a nerd.
As I like to break conversations with.
Yep.
I say nerds, and that's what happens.
John, I don't know where to go.
John,
I think it's a different
story.
Oh, shit. So, basically, we just started playing Pokemon, and then we just sort of like grew up together, like all together.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you go?
There was this whole list of guys, like gay guys, who wanted Tim, and then this fucking freshman slides in, and it's like, yo, I'm stealing
There's
your man.
There's so many gay guys.
David actually got really super salty when you took Morgan. Or when Morgan took...
He got super salty. Although all of my friends got really jealous when Morgan came in.
Really? I didn't.
Except for... Well, John, you're like with us right now.
I don't care about
the thing is,
Morgan.
I have... Especially this year, I have a very... Okay, well, I never did. But that was beside the point. I honestly never cared about girls until Morgan came. I never cared about relationships because I didn't think that they were really useful. I figured,
like,
just
whatever, not
playing video games with friends was good enough. But anyway, as I was saying, so what was I saying? Oh yeah. So this year, I have a very small amount of free time to myself. A very small amount, and with my channel and everything, people love recording with me because it's fun. We like record stuff for the channel. We do projects like Monster Hunter.
Fuck Monster Hunter, okay?
No.
I will pay you back that $40. It was wasted.
No way. I got Morgan Monster Hunter, and we're going to play it over the summer, but we don't have time right now. But she is playing it over the summer, I swear to God.
I fucking hate
On my life, she will play
I'm sorry to any of you who like it, but I don't really like third-person games.
Well, you like Dragon Age, so that is a contradiction.
That's why I said
that is a contradiction.
That's why I said I usually don't. Because I was just about to say Dragon Age is the fucking, like exception, okay?
You didn't even touch Monster Hunter. You played with the pig for like 2 minutes and then said
Alexander is the
and then said I would rather watch Senpai Club, so we did.
No.
But anyway, like I was saying before,
we've been
you
talking.
You have little free time.
Yeah, we're gonna be going for an hour and a half.
Hour and a half? All right. Well.
Yo, sorry, bro.
That's fine. I can upload any length.
You guys probably are tired of listening.
What do you want to talk about now, then?
No, wait. What was I saying? So I have a very small amount of free time, and it's a small window of schoolwork and friends, which I don't really do schoolwork. Yeah. And fucking Holly gets all up in my shit because I already owe her 3 assignments, and she's going to kill me tomorrow. But
oh my God, Miss Walsh is actually gonna kill us.
Oh shit! Yeah, we have stuff due on Tuesday, but fuck that shit. So anyway. So, now that I have Morgan, though, all that I want to do is spend time with her. So, every time that I don't work or, like, am after school and bored, I always pick Morgan over them. Which I know isn't really a good thing to do, but at the same time, I love her. So...
And we have limited time now.
And we have very limited time now.
And just, like, English homework is not on my list of things that I need to care about right now.
And, like, honestly, I hang out with him a lot because all of my other friends ditch me.
I don't ditch you. I would never ditch you.
Well, you don't count.
So,
all on the topic, friends who don't understand responsibility.
On the topic of like not doing homework, kinda, like Miss Walsh just sent out an email this like a day ago.
Yeah, I know.
She's like, anyone who doesn't have their things completed, which we don't, needs to turn it in
by tonight, and that was like 2 days ago.
Why can't I get in this thing?
You have to lock on.
Okay, it wasn't.
You have to back up.
Okay.
You have to lock on.
I'm trying.
You have to back up, turn around, use the screen, second analog.
Oh my God.
Right stick.
It's not working.
Tim, are you even giving the right?
Yes, I am.
Got it. Okay, well, let's get back to that. So, like, when you get accepted to a college, it's kind of really not...
It's called the senior slide.
Yeah, don't senior slide, guys.
Do senior slide. It's so worth it. My grades haven't changed, and I haven't turned in like a single assignment.
That's because you're you, and you just bullshit everything, and you do fine. But everyone else, do not senior slide, please.
Yeah, don't let your grades go to shit, please.
No.
Wait, so John.
Yeah.
You might be going to Ringling?
Maybe. Ringling is in Florida.
Because I am in there, I just am not for animation. So I have to look through their other majors. They have like motion design and game art and all sorts of stuff that I could tie into.
Oh, they have a ton.
And you could also just take an animation course.
And it's really tempting because they give me a free MacBook.
Yeah, you get a free MacBook and you get to keep it when you're out. Did you know that? Yeah. You also get a free copy of Photoshop.
Yeah, so it's super tempting. So I'm like...
Oh, and you guys probably think it's weird that a 14-year-old is, like, dating this senior.
Oh.
It's because I'm really... Like, I don't mean to sound like that 12-year-old kid that's like, oh, I'm more mature for my age, but I really am.
No, she is.
So, it's like, it's just situations that have
been And on top of that, I mean, if you look at it like this, we're less than 3 years apart in age.
My parents are 3 years apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just
the
weird
fact
while
that
you're
we're
school.
in high school right now.
Well, in Maine, the legal age of consent is 16, so it's not too bad.
It's not too
in
terrible.
Maine? Wait, it's state?
In Maine, it depends on the state, but it's mostly 18, but in Maine, it's 16.
Yeah.
All right.
So now you guys
Sounds
know what
good.
state you live in,
now you know. Well, they already knew. John said Yarmouth, Maine. They know what town we live in.
Yeah, no.
No one's gonna search for us.
They know Tyler's address.
Actually, yeah, Justin sent out Tyler's address to a bunch of people over Counter-Strike.
But yeah, I swear, I'm really not like most 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
On top of everything else. It's funny, even my mother thinks I'm too mature for my age. She's just like, chill. And I can't.
I definitely want that Gohan.
Napa.
Oh, I'll take Nappa. Nappa's fat.
Dude,
no, it's like me. He just has a shit ton of muscle.
Super muscle.
So I don't
super
think
muscly.
So we only have like half an hour left, so I'm not sure we have enough time for Tim to rant about Bleach.
No, I can talk about a different series.
I don't want to talk about Bleach anyway.
Well, you're gonna have to listen to Bleach sometime.
But do you want to talk about anime in general?
Sure, like what?
I literally just got into anime a year ago.
Okay, so
like full on.
So the way
I'm super meta at it.
The way I got into anime was like Avery was watching like obscure animes on like Hulu, and I just like sort of chimed in randomly. And my first anime was Rosario Vampire.
Oh Jesus Christ! No, are you kidding me?
Mine was Soul Eater.
Mine was Dragon Ball.
Well, Pokemon doesn't count for all of you nerds. Like it just doesn't.
Pokemon is not an anime. It
is an anime.
It's technically
an anime. But everyone watched
It's not a classic anime.
No,
though.
It is.
It's definitely not.
It was made in Japan.
I know. Well, I know that, but I mean,
it's not one that you just search up and you're like, oh, this looks interesting. I'm gonna try it. Like Pokemon is something everyone watched religiously as a kid. So, I mean, to us, it was just another cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a cartoon.
But no, it's not. It's not an American action cartoon like Avatar. But
Avatar's terrible.
Anyway, so I was really into anime like my whole life.
So he's the ultimate weebo trash.
I seriously am, because anime and video games have been like my thing forever.
See, I've always played video games.
And I don't think it's ever going to change.
Morgan, don't say that you play video games. You're going to get so many
Morgan,
actually, continue to say that.
We're 200 subs and she's calling each and every one of you.
No.
So I promise.
I'll post a selfie from the summer.
That's 100 subs. 200 subs.
We'll get more
subs. 100 is a selfie of my face.
Yep.
Summer selfie's different. It's like bathing suit.
Oh, no, Morgan. We can't use that as a...
I don't really give a shit.
Tim, you want to go?
Just a bathing suit.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah.
Your ultimate weebo.
Always...
Dragon Ball! Dragon Ball!
My English teacher has that one.
Give me it! No.
He has that orange one.
Get away. Well, they're all orange, Morgan.
No,
somebody stole my ball. Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah, you're supposed to collect them.
I don't watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I got it. Where do I put it?
I don't know, but kill them, maybe.
No, it's my ball.
So, I guess Tim's...
Oh, it's the 7 ball.
Tim's, like, fucked off. Like, he's gotten immersed into his game too much.
Oh, basically, when Toonami was first airing in, I think, 2000 and...
I think 1.
When Naruto was coming out in the States.
Yeah.
My older brother was really into it. Well, I mean, Dustin. My whole life, he's been really into, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And everything with his friends, or his friend group back in high school. So he got me into it. I wanted to do everything my brother did, like, seriously. Yep. He was, like, my idol for a long time. So everything that my brother was into, I got 2 balls now. Everything my brother was into, I was into. And so Yu-Gi-Oh! Was just one of those things, and that was technically an anime as well. So when he started watching Toonami, we'd watch it together every Saturday night. We'd watch, like, Naruto and Dragon Ball and One Piece and Prince of Tennis and all sorts of that good stuff. And it never really... my love for it never really changed. And yeah, so I've been watching ever since, and I've been keeping tabs with everything.
So, with me, I was always like, anime's kind of stupid. But then...
Don't steal my balls!
But then my friend Jenna, she was like, guys, I found this great thing, like, watch it. It's called Soul Eater. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. It's anime. I kind of want to get it back into it. I don't know. It's not really my whole thing. But then I got into Soul Eater, and then I was like, shit, man, anime is great. And then here I am a year later, like weebo trash.
He's gonna take my ball. Somebody help me.
Yeah, no, my first anime was Rosario Vampire, which is really starting it off strong. If anyone doesn't know,
Soul Eater is like everyone's first anime.
No way.
Mine was Rosario Vampire.
Dragon Ball.
It's really like it's easy and it's funny and it's cute.
Yeah, like okay, so Rosario Vampire is like one of the more sexualized.
It's a harem.
It is.
In other words, one guy, 1,000 girls.
I shouldn't
all
say.
on his dick.
I shouldn't say one of the more sexualized. I should say one of the most sexualized.
John, the manga.
No.
If you
God, the manga's way worse.
If you open any page to the manga, you will be like horrified.
No, I actually have a story about that. I was in a bookstore with my mom.
I think you have to bring them somewhere.
And well, you can collect Dragon Balls and wish for character unlocks and shit in this game, but you have to collect the Dragon Balls in these missions.
Oh.
She's holding them in a very odd place right now. So anyway, I was in a bookstore with my mom, and my mom likes anything that I like, pretty much.
So cute.
She tries to get into whatever I get into because it's a cool thing to do together. So
I love his mom.
Basically, we were in a bookstore, and she always goes over to me with the manga because she likes the art because she thinks it's pretty. And it is. And
it is.
So, she always likes to look through the books, and it's really
God.
funny because she doesn't, read them, she just looks at the art.
Oh, great. That's, the worst thing you can do, though.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shit, Nappa.
No, to your right.
He's on my side. I have to bring them back to the time machine, maybe? So anyway, my sister used to... Yeah.
Anyway,
so... Oh, there's one more ball. So my sister used to be into the Twilight shit because she's a girl and
because she's a girl.
It was really big.
I've
when
never been into it.
Well, you weren't really
I was
a girl.
I was kind of young.
Yeah, you were kind of young.
My mom was really into it.
Young.
Yeah, she was old. Because she's she's about 1 year older than I am.
She is 1 year older.
She's turning 20. Or wait, is she 20 yet?
This is your sister. You should probably know this.
No, she's turning 20 in November. I'm turning 18 in August.
So 2.
So just about 2.
Okay.
She's 1 year grade-wise.
Yeah.
So my mom saw Rosario Vampire, the title, and she was like, "Oh, they make manga about vampires. Maybe Isabel would like it."
Oh, God.
So she pulls it off the shelf. I look over, and it's Rosario Vampire, and I'm like, "No! Put that back on the shelf. Mom, do not touch this, please, ever. Don't. Just don't." And she's like, "Okay. I guess we'll just go back to looking at One Piece then."
See, no, my mom, I dragged her over to the manga section in Books A Million, and I, a year before I had, gotten into it, I had read the Beautiful Creature series, and I absolutely love that series. It's so good. But the movie was shit. I'm sorry, but the movie was shit. But this one artist had made a manga and, drawn pictures to it, and it was perfect, and I was sitting on the floor, crying over it. And I was like, "Mom, please get this for me." She's like, "You're a nerd. This is stupid. Manga is stupid." I was like, "Mom, please. I just want this one thing. I don't ask for much. Please get this for me." And so I have it, and it's on my bookshelf, and I love it. It's my favorite thing.
John, keep your eyes peeled for balls.
Yeah, I think I know where one is.
But my parents really don't get into most things that I get into.
My parents try. My dad takes me to Comic-Con. Has been taking me to Comic-Con every year.
Shit, I really wanted to actually
Even though
talk about
he's never really been that into anime and stuff. John, you have a ball. Never mind. That was just your cape.
Oops.
So he tries really hard to get into it, and he goes to all of the screenings and stuff, and I'm like, "Dad, wasn't that so awesome?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing, this is why my dad's probably my favorite, but we connect on a lot of things because my dad and I are basically the same person, just a little bit different. And so he's always helped me through sports and stuff, and he's always been that person to give me advice. And so when I kind of went through that puberty stage, he just didn't know what to do with me because I go from this cute little tomboy to an actual girl.
Oh,
and
grill.
Yeah, hello.
The grills are here.
So basically,
it's probably under the water somewhere.
Oh, that's a bitch.
For sports and stuff, because I kind of always aspired to be like my brother and my dad, so I could impress them and they'd like me and all that stuff, which is kind of dumb, but that's just how I was as a kid. And so he has always helped me through, like, softball and all that. And I'm sitting there watching anime one day, and he walks in, he scoffs, and then he leaves.
Wow.
He's, like, fucking nerd.
My parents just think it's really weird.
Yeah, no, that's what my dad's like. He's old-fashioned, and he was raised really Christian and, like, stuff.
My mom's side is pretty Christian.
So,
they're not super strict on it. Like, well, my grandparents kind of are.
My dad was basically forced into it, so he doesn't really like religion and all that, but...
Yeah. So... Oh, there it is.
I found a Dragon Ball, sorry. Oh, wait.
Wait, no. Oh.
Never mind.
Damn it. Well, there's one more ball.
Sorry, people don't know what's going. Continue. Sorry.
Just go to my channel if you want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
No, it's not it again.
Oh shit! I see orange.
We're
and
looking.
I'm like, ball!
We're looking for Dragon Balls right now. All right, continue.
What was I saying? Yeah. So my mom was raised Christian, and my grandparents are pretty Christian.
Yeah, I was forced into a Christian summer camp one time.
Oh god.
Terrible.
Oh god.
I can tell that story.
Okay, you can tell in 1 sec.
No, okay.
So I go to church. Well, I used to go to church every Sunday. It kind of slowed down with work and everything because I work a lot now. But I mean, I'm not really super Christian myself. I just go to church because it makes my mom happy.
Which is so cute.
And I like having my mom happy because she's nice and she likes it when I'm happy. So it's just vice versa.
This is one of the reasons.
Vice versa?
Yeah.
Vice versa.
I don't know. Vice versa. I don't know how to say it.
Just one complication is dumbness in our relationship, but it's okay.
Yeah. I'm super dumb, but that's just who I am.
You're a nice person.
I'm a dumb, nice guy. That's.
And you have too much faith in everyone.
And everyone stops at, like, top level with me, or starts at it, until they do something that makes me do. Like, I trust everyone 100%.
Which is probably stupid.
Every time I meet them, until they do something to betray that, and then they lose it.
Tim, you're gonna get, like, stolen from one day, and you're like, oh, alright. And then I guess I have to lock my car door.
Hey. No.
So yeah, anyway, when I was little, my grandmother, she's like 80-something now, but at the time she was in like early 70s, and she made my brother and I go to this religious camp during the summer. It was like a week program, and basically what you would do, you would go into the church, you'd watch a video about Jesus, and like, okay, I don't mean to offend anyone, but religion's really not for me, so I never really paid attention. Because I don't really care for it all too much.
Just skip the ball and go in the portal.
And so then you go outside and play soccer and eat animal crackers.
We're gonna fail. We have 3 minutes.
And no, we aren't. I was really into soccer when I was little. I played it as a recreational sport before anyway, like before that camp. So I was like top tier. And I would have been a really good soccer player if I stuck with it, but I didn't because it's bullshit. And I got injured, so I was like, you know what? I don't like soccer all too much. And we'd go outside, play soccer, and then eat animal crackers and graham crackers for lunch, and then you go back in and then watch more videos about Jesus for a whole week. Jesus. And I didn't like it.
Tim, the entire win condition is collect 3 Dragon Balls.
Oh, shit.
There's no...
Fucking a pool took the Dragon Ball and lost it. We need to find that ball.
I know. Okay, so we have enough time, I think. I wanted to talk... You fucking mentioned Comic-Con. You need to talk about what we're doing and about...
We're going to Anime Boston.
Yeah, we are.
And I'm going to vlog it.
I'm also going to vlog it.
I'm going to be cosplaying, guys.
And I'm going to buy all the Satskis.
Yeah. Because I have... Okay, so... Who are you going as, Morgan?
Sammy and I are doing SNK, like, 2 days, and then one day we're being schoolgirls. Yeah.
So, I'm doing Kiba from Naruto because I have his coat, and I can just shove some, like, brown, like, fur.
Are you bringing
stuff.
Poopy as Akamaru?
Yeah, I'll bring Mojo as No.
Please.
They don't allow...
Yeah, they don't allow
oh, that'd be so cute.
They don't allow stuff.
Because Poopy's about the size of Akamaru.
He'd bite people, which I guess...
That's what Akamaru would do.
We'll be cosplaying as things if we get our shit in time, but I don't know if we will.
I won't be, because I'm lazy and I don't want to. And I'm saving...
It's quite expensive.
And I'm saving all of my money for Satsuki figures.
Tim, I'm allotting you $100 towards Satsuki.
No way.
No, I will take your wallet and I will shove it in my shirt.
I'm bringing 300, I think.
I'm gonna bring 150
for all the merch.
That whole weekend.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but the whole thing's gonna be vlogged. It's gonna be fucking epic as shit.
It's gonna be epic
Unless
as
it
shit.
comes to Hot Topic.
Are we doing
Hot Topic?
So,
even in the game, she's all about that Hot Topic. What, John?
Are we doing daily updates or are we doing?
Please.
I'm gonna vlog it. I just got really excited.
Sorry, I found the last Dragon Ball. It was on the minimap the entire time, by the way.
What the
We
fuck?
should- I
Oh, well,
think-
that's the Dragon Radar.
I
Why
think
didn't we
for
know
Oh
that?
shit! Oh no! You have to fight something?
Oh,
No!
there's more Dragon Ball!
It was on the radar.
I don't think you should do daily update.
No, I'm
We'll
gonna
be too
only
busy.
do at night when we're in the hotel room.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
give a
what
brief, we're
yeah.
gonna give like a brief summary of the day, show the pickups, and yeah, maybe I don't know if we're probably not gonna have the same hotel as you guys. So
No, I don't know what's gonna happen with the whole Sammy and I situation though.
Are you guys staying
Well-
at your friend or at your like aunt's
I
house or
have
something?
No idea.
Tim, just focus on the
No,
Dragon Balls.
I don't know how.
No, we have
the
to kill them.
No, you
friendship
don't.
Itself is gonna be by that time.
Oh,
well, we don't have to talk about that on the
No.
on the YouTubes.
just recover the Dragon Balls. You have
No,
to
no, no.
retry.
That doesn't make any sense. We already recovered 3. It should already be completed. Oh shit! I just wasted an item.
Dipshit.
Oh well.
So, yeah, so we're gonna show pickups every day, and as well as like a brief summary. But then like the actual stuff, the people we possibly might meet that are like famous.
Nobody.
Actually,
Maybe like a few people.
the people who do all the music for Kingdom Hearts. And,
Yeah,
like,
but a
the
lot of
shitload-
them don't let you do like pictures and video
Oh, really?
unless you pay money because they like
Motherfucker.
photo ops are money.
I'm just gonna get a lot of
Um,
pictures with people I see, and I'm like, wow.
I'm
dude,
gonna
that's
like
The
great.
Joker-
talk. I might, John. I'm gonna have you vlog me talking to random people in costume because I like to do that a lot.
In costume?
Yeah, I like to have random conversations with people. You know that I do it with clerks all the time.
Yeah, I
No.
know.
It really weirds people out and it's awesome and funny.
You mean you're not going in costume?
Yeah, but I can still talk to people.
I'm gonna go
Alright.
up to everyone in a costume that I like, and I'm gonna be like, "You look great. Can I get a picture?"
There's
I'm
gonna be
gonna have so
so
many
much SNK.
D.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we failed the mission.
No, we did it.
I watched
Oh, what?
SNK in 3 days.
Super Saiyan Morgan.
Oh god. Oh god.
We get to see it in the next
Do we have
episode.
time? We have
Well, let's stop this
We have 9
podcast here then
minutes.
and record the next episode. I feel like we have time.
We
Alright.
do have.
Or are we
time.
going to dinner?
Are we?
I don't
It's
think
only
we are.
All right. Well, either way, we'll figure it out.
Unless you guys want to.
I think that's the end of this podcast,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Stop your shit.
Oh,
Tim.
Bye,
well,
guys.
okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. This is the start. Well, it's not really the start to the podcast segment of this Let's Play. This Let's Play will still continue. Next episode will probably be more podcast, only because we need to prepare ourselves for the Majin Buu saga. Because that's going to be ridiculous. Judging from last episode's complete fail while Morgan was sleeping, Morgan, you missed like the hardest fight
I
you've
got
ever done.
demolished.
John got absolutely fucking
Actually,
wrecked.
I didn't get
I'm
completely
surprised
wrecked.
you didn't wake up because John was screaming.
I was actually
I'm a heavy
yelling.
sleeper.
It was ridiculous. So
Yeah, no.
anyway,
I'm
next
sorry
episode.
I fell asleep on you guys.
Yeah, that was great.
No.
Next rant.
Next episode will
I'll-
be more
I'll
podcasts.
I'll complete another list because.
We'll complete another rant. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.